Hello, my name is Vinay Chaitanya. I am currently pursuing my graduation in Mahalakshmi Institute of Technology, which is located in Dundikal, Hyderabad. I'm glad to explain about my mini project, Tasty Kitchen. It is a Swiggy clone developed by using React.js. It is a responsive web application where user can select different restaurants and choose different food items and order food items. So the tools that I have used in this web application are Figma, because with Figma it is easier to structure our design, and for development I have used VS Code, and for the source control I have used Git. The technologies that I have used to build this web application are HTML for the structure of this website, CSS for the styling, and React.js, because using React.js we can build single page web application, and there are so many third-party packages which are available in the React.js, and we can also code with fewer lines, and also it will save our time. So these are the different components which I have used to build this web application. So for better understanding, I have drawn the structure of these components. So I use the React context in this website. So the component with the blue color is the provider component, and the components with the green color are the consumer components. I have given provider component to the app.js because it is a common component among all other components. So coming to the login page, let me show the responsiveness of this login page. This is the mobile view, and this is the tablet view, and this is the desktop view. So whenever user enters a username and password and clicks on the login button, and JDB token is generated. By using this token we can know whether the user is logged in or not. For example, I am the person who haven't entered the username and password and clicks on the login button, so there is no JDB token present in here. So if I try to access the home page, what happens here is it will redirect me to the login page. So because we haven't logged into this account, so we cannot access the home page or account page. So if I'm going to enter the username and password. uh, I'm clicking on this login button, so I'll get redirected to the home page. So this is the home page. Let me show the responsiveness of this home page. So this is a tablet view, and this is the mobile view. So at the top we can see the header here. So if I click on the favorite button, it shows the favorite section. If I click on the card button, it shows the card section. Initially the card section and favorite section are empty because we haven't added any food items into it. So if you observe here, when I'm clicking on the different button, the color of the text is changing from the black to yellow. I have achieved it by using React context. So if you see here, images gliding from the right to left, I have achieved by using the React third-party package, which is known as React Slick. So these are the different restaurants which are fetching from the backend. So if I click on the next button, we can see some other restaurants which are available in this website. We can also sort the restaurants by the rating. If I click on this highest button, we get the restaurants with the highest rating, and if I click on the lowest button, we get the restaurants with the lowest rating. I can also search for the particular restaurant by giving the restaurant name. For example, I need to search for this village traditional food restaurant. What I need to do is I need to enter the restaurant name. So I got this restaurant. For example, if a user enters a random restaurant name which is not present in the database, it will shows the empty view. For example, I'm entering the random restaurant name, so it shows the empty view. If I click on a particular restaurant, I will get redirected to the other page which contains the food items which are present in the particular restaurant. Let me show the responsiveness of this page. This is a tablet view, and this is a mobile view. So we can also add the different food items into the cart. So for example, I need to add this chicken salad food item into the cart. What I need to do is I just click on this add button, so the item is added into the cart. Here shows the count as one because the number of food items available in the cart are one. So if I click on this onion salad, so this item also added into the cart. I can also increase the quantity of the food item and also decrease the quantity of the food item. So if I go to the cart, we can see the different food items which I have added earlier. So let me show the responsiveness of this cart. This is the tablet view, and this is the mobile view. So we can also increase the quantity of the food item in the cart. Whenever I increase the quantity of the food item, the cost also varied accordingly, and also the total price also varies accordingly. I can also decrease the quantity of the food item. When the quantity of the food item is the one, if I click on the decrease button, it will get deleted from the cart list. So I'm gonna click on this, so it get deleted on the cart list because I'm showing the food items which our quantity is greater than 0. So if I click on this delete button, the particular food item also get deleted from the cart. So if I click on the place order button, it will redirect me to the payment successful page. So if I click on the go to home page button, it will redirect me to the home page. So if a user enter some random path which is not present in this website, so it will redirect us to the page not found page. So if I click on the home page, it will redirect me to the home page again. So user can also save the food items into the favorite section. If I save this chicken salad food item, I need to click on the save button. So this particular food item will get saved in the favorite section. So let me show the responsiveness of this favorite section by adding some food items into it. So these are the food items which we have saved earlier. So let me show the responsiveness of this page. So this is the tablet view and this is the mobile view. So we can also add the particular food item into the cart by in the favorite section. For example, I'm adding this chicken salad food item into the cart. If I click on this add button, this food item is added into the cart. We can also increase and decrease the quantity of the food item. If you go to the cart, we can see the food item which is added from the favorite section also. See here. So what I'm doing here is the food items in the favorite section and the food items in the cart section are added into the only one list in the local storage, which is cart data. So what I'm doing here is the key with the bookmark state. If the bookmark state is true, I'm showing it in the favorite section. For example, here the bookmark state is true and the food item name is chicken salad. So here the chicken salad, which is the bookmark state is true, so I am showing this in the favorite list. So if the bookmark state is false, I'm not showing this in the favorite list. Here the name onion salad, here there is no onion salad here, but it is present in the cart because the bookmark state is false, but the quantity is 1. I have said earlier that the quantity which is greater than 0 I'm showing in the cart list. So I'm showing in the cart list but not in the favorite list because the bookmark state is false. So I'm storing this in the local storage. So if I reload this page also, I will see the food items will get remain same. And if I'm also log out from this current page, so the food items will get remain same. So if I am clicking on the logout button and I'm again logging into this account, if I click on the login button, so the food items will remain same in the favorite section and the cart section. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.